Variable. Variables are containers for storing information. We can save different type of information in variables. PHP variable declaration. Variable start with $sign followed by the name of variable. Variable name must start with letter or underscore character. Variable name cannot start with a number. Variable name are case sensitive. Small case letter name is different than large case letter name. Now I create variable and store text value in variable. Text stores with inverted commas. Number does not need two inverted commas to store the value. Now I create variable and store text value in variable. Text stores with inverted commas. Number does not need two inverted commas to store the value. Next I create variable class and store 10 value in it. After it I create variable $% and store 90.5 value in it. $_name is valid variable of PHP. Variable with number is not valid case to declare variable of PHP. I am using variable name with number, but it is not a valid case to declaring variable in PHP. Without number it will be correct. PHP variable name is case sensitive. I declare capital letter name of variable and other variable is same name but declare with a small letter variable. Both are different variables and you can check them by their output. Echo $name, comma, $name with capital letter, and you can check that output is different of both variables. $name with a small letter, $name with capital letter, and $_name. All these cases are valid cases of PHP variable declaration. I create a variable $name and assign value Bill Gates in it. Now in next line I write echo double quote my name is $name closing double quote semicolon, and in next line I write variable $name outside of double quotes. Both ways we can use for printing variable value. You can check in the output. Now I refresh the page and gets the output. Now give the echo BR. For finding the difference, give the space. Now both lines are same. Both ways we can use for getting the output. Now check the calculation by using variables. First give the value of x, then value of y. After it plus both variables by simple plus operator and gets the result. It is simple way to addition of numbers. In PHP, variables can be declared anywhere in the script. Variable scope means where the variable can be used. PHP has three different variable scopes: local, number 1, number 2 global, number 3 static. Global and local scope. A variable declared outside a function has a global scope and can only be accessed outside a function. A variable declared within a function has a local scope and can only be accessed within that function. The global keyword is used to access a global variable from within a function, or $globals is also used. Now I give practically example of global and local scopes of variable. I give the value of variable x and try to call this value inside the function. Create a check name function and echo your car number is $x. Then call this function in last line. Here I am using $function name. It will create error. Only we will call function name and no use of $. Dollar is used only for variable. Here I get two errors. One is for function name. I fixed this issue and run the program. Here you can see that $x is giving the error because it is defined outside of function. $x is global variable and could not call within a function. For getting $x value we will call global keyword, then we can get $x value. When we require to call global variable value inside a function, then must use of global keyword. Another way to calling the global variable is $globals, as you can see in this example. $globals bracket x is using here for getting value of global variable x value. Then assign it in $x for showing the output. Now I use $x as local variable scope. For this, I disable $x from outside the function and assign x value inside this function. Now this $x variable is using here as local scope variable. If I call this local variable to outside of this function, then what output will show? It will show the error because local scope variable will not show any value to outside of this function. Same like this, if I assign global variable which you know that placed outside the function, then what will happen? It will give error when I call it inside the function. For making properly, I assign global keyword inside the function, then check the output. It will give correct output because I have assigned global keyword for getting the value of x. If we assign inside the function, the variable will be local scope of variable, and if we assign the variable outside of the function, then it will be global scope of the variable. What is static scope? Static scope is very important scope of variable. Normally when a function is completed, executed, all of its variables are deleted. Sometimes we want a local variable not to be deleted. We need it for a further job. To do this, use the static keyword when you first declare the variable. I use same code here, but only change global keyword to static keyword inside the function. After this static keyword, this variable value will increase every time when I call this function. I call this function 3 or 4 times, and every time this previous value will call to new function. It is very important scope of variable. I call this check function 4 times, and every time $x variable value increases. If I do not use static keyword, in that case same value show again and again, and no increase in $x variable value. Here I remove static keyword, then you will check the output of the $x value. Now we have completed variable variable declaration, and scopes of variables.